So in previous classes, we have learned what is the overview of Salesforce and what is the overview of cloud computing, etc., etc. And end of the previous class, we have learned what is object and what is fields and how to create field, what is how to create app, etc., etc. And this is the application which we have created for our training purpose. Ransom Tech Solutions, and this is the object which we have created. So when you click on this new, then this standard field name will come. This one, while we are creating the object itself, we have created this, and this is another field which we have created. So here, how we have serial number, student number, and student roll number, teacher name, like that. Here we can create fields, and in this in these fields we can store the data. So as of now, how many records we have? Only one record we have. That name is Arrow Educational Trust. If you click on that, we can see Educational Trust name and location, and we'll be having stand buttons like edit, delete, clone, sharing, etc., etc. And here you can see owner name and last modified date 24th June is showing. In case if I edit this one and instead of New Delhi, if I keep it as Pune, then you can see the last modified date here. Last modified date we can see here. So now we are going to see how to create custom fields, I mean fields, and what could be the data type, etc., etc. Just click on new.
Okay.
Here we have educational trust name and location we have. And another field which can we create like revenue of educational trust. So can we take it as a revenue
Yeah.
for new one? So now guide me, how can I create new field? So last class we have seen the navigation. So here just click on force.com symbol and click
Yeah.
on, if you
New
click on
fields.
view fields, you'll be getting a fields page. Now we, any which way we know, we have decided to create new field, so just click on new. Okay, so once you click on new, you'll be getting this page. So here you can see data type. Data type in the sense, in these fields which kind of data we are going to store, we have to decide. For example, here if you see in a normal Excel sheet like serial number, student name, student roll number, teacher, and marks. So while we have created the fields itself, we can decide which kind of data we are going to store. For example, once it is a serial number, which kind of data we can store? Either numbers or text.
Yeah.
Numbers.
Number.
And same
Numbers.
way, while coming to student roll number, we can decide it's a number. And while coming to teacher, it's a text. And while coming to marks, it's a percentage, right? It's
Yeah.
not number, it's a percentage. So like
Mhm.
this, we can decide the data types while we are creating the fields here. So
Okay.
if you click on auto number, every time you need not to mention serial number one, serial number two, etc., etc. So formula field is one of the important module. It will discuss in future. And lookup
Okay.
relation, master detail relationship, external lookup. These three will discuss in today itself, but it'll take some other time. And coming to checkbox, currency, date and time, date, email, everything depends on our data. We can decide
Okay.
here. So now we are deciding to create one column name as revenue. So
Revenue.
while we are deciding to create revenue, which is the data type we can take it, either it's a number or currency.
Number. Uh, Currency.
Currency is there, so we can go with a currency. So just click on currency and click on next, and here it is asking field label name label. That means nothing but a field name it is asking. So
Okay.
we
This is a
can
revenue.
revenue. Yeah, very good. and length our wish, and field name automatically will take it. Description you can give it as a testing purpose.
And in decimal places, we how we can give, like if I want to put like 50.00.
In case if you want to put decimal places, you can give two. That means if it is
Okay,
50,000 25 paise, it will take from 50,000 25 paise. After
got it.
decimal, it will take only paise only, not for rupees or not. So that is the reason
Oh,
I make it as a zero.
zero. Okay.
And here, this one you can see another important field, required field. Required field in the sense. Uh,
Without value, we cannot go
we
ahead.
cannot go ahead. So see here, as of now, we have two fields. One is educational trust name, another one is location. Without
Hmm.
giving in values in location, we can save this
Yeah.
ID record. But either it is a required field or not, to find out, we can see there is a difference. There is a red line here.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
if you click on required field here, then we will be getting new field with this red line. See, now we can
Same way.
see with required, and click on next. Revenue, yes, got save. Just click on save. Now come back to this page and just give refresh. See here, revenue, we are getting with the red line because we gave this one as a required field. So now we can see another educational trust name. We can take, and location I'm not giving. Just see either it's saved or not. See, it is not getting saved, it is throwing error. So revenue we can give 25 lakhs and see. Now here I haven't give location. Though if I'm not giving location also, it is getting saved because this is not required field.
Mandatory field.
Yes.
Okay, if I want, if when you save, I can see the dollar sign. If I want to put rupees or pound, how I can change that?
Yeah, 1 minute. I'm sorry. So for that, we'll go with edit. Maximum it will comes dollars only. Rupees it will not come. We need to convert it into some other 1 minute. We'll be having one module called as app launcher. In that app launcher, we can download one app. From there, we can convert it into some other rupees. I'll show you now. It's not possible to show it. I'll show you
Okay.
in some other module which whenever it is required for app launcher.
Okay.
Okay. So and now you know how to create fields, how to create records. Okay, so this education trust we can call it as object, and this one we can call it as records. If you click on this, whichever fields are coming, those things we can call as fields. Got it? As of now, any doubts, guys?
No.
Okay, so now I just want to ask you to create one more field, like as per your wish. You can choose another data type and create one more field. So can you please guide me how to create that?
Okay, go to that force.com
Yeah, exactly. So view fields.
and new field.
So here I can click on new.
New.
So which kind of data type we can take it?
Maybe another currency one.
Currency we have taken. And checkbox in the sense it's like, for example, whenever we are filling the application, there will be a gender column, male or female. We need to make it at tick mark. So if you
Okay.
if you want to create that kind of fields, we can go with checkbox.
Okay, so let's try that.
Yeah, okay. So I can click on checkbox. So which kind of so what is the label, field label we can give?
Uh, Student record?
Oh, no, no. I'm
Mean
asking label name. See
okay,
how here we
label.
have location revenue we have. So like that, I need one name here.
I don't know.
So we can take it as this one country.
Okay.
Instead of country, how can we do this? Registered or not, we can take it. See here, now just give refresh. Registered. You can click on this. In case if you need this kind of things. Okay. And one more field, multi-select. See, pick list values will be there. Multi-select will be there. So pick list values, in case if you want to take it as locations like state or country, you can keep it in multi-select values. Like, so I'm making as pick list value here, and this one I'm making as state, and here instead of, okay. And this one I'm not making it as a required field, so just give next, visible, next. So here just give refresh. See here, we'll be getting all the values. That means pick list values.
Hmm.
Okay. So in case one education trust is there in two states, so that time we need to select multi-select. We need
Multi.
to,
Hmm.
that time we can go with another pick
Got
list
it.
value. Okay. So you can try with a few more data types and all. Then you can understand navigation part very easily.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
So, and now we'll get into project wise information. So once you step into the any organization, now you are the new employee in the organization, and you have joined any one organization as a new employee to work on Salesforce project. You'll be getting username and password, right? So once you get username and password, you have to start the work. So where will you start the work? Any idea?
Sorry, come again.
Uh, just assume that you are a new employee in one organization. Once you join an
Mm-hmm.
organization, they have provided username and password to you work on your project. So once you got the username and password credentials, where will you work?
Sandbox.
Yes, exactly, sandbox. So what is the difference between sandbox and production arc?
So production is a live data, and sandbox means backend where you can uh, what do you call, do your research or try,
Okay,
and then
yeah, that's perfect. But why do we use sandbox? Any idea?
so we cannot go live directly. If something error occurs, then our whole data will be corrupted. So that's why
Yeah,
first we have.
perfect. So in case if we do any mistake, entire impact will that means that error will be impact on all the users which are using Salesforce. So
Right.
that is the reason whenever you have joined any organization, they'll be giving both credentials. One is for sandbox and one is for production. So for both the things, you'll be having same username and password. But thing is, URL will be different. So as I said earlier, this is the URL for sandbox. Test.salesforce.com is the sandbox URL, and login.salesforce.com will be production URL. Sometimes they may ask you to log in with sandbox. In case if you forgot to log in with test.salesforce.com, then there'll be a issue with your tech lead and managers, because this
Okay.
is a basic information about the experienced person of Salesforce employees.
Can you
So
can you repeat that, sir, again, please?
No, for example, once you are new to the project, your
Uh-huh.
manager or your tech lead, they may ask you to do something in production arc. I mean, that
Right.
time, so if you do any mistake in production arc, then they can decide that you don't have any experience in sales. So because nobody will ask you to do something in production arc.
Right.
So that time you just you need to go with the sandbox. Once it is okay, then only we can push to production. That is there is a another module called as deployment. Through deployment we can push the data from sandbox to production. That is
So
a
you
different one.
will show that us, right? Ki how to
Yeah,
deploy
yeah,
the.
I'll show it to you once after completion of entire admin
Yeah.
part. I'll show it to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
See here, we have that option too. 1 minute. Here we have this information also deploy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And first class itself, I told you, see, these are the things where we have to work. 1 minute. Administrator, build, deploy,
Build,
monitor.
deploy,
So
monitor.
we have
Yeah.
same thing in our project. So we can understand how to deploy the data to production, and how to create the sandbox, etc., etc. We'll learn in that in our project.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So where we were, yeah, sandbox. We have different types of sandbox, depends on the project. 1 minute. So once it is done, then we'll go with once you have done any coding part or any admin thing you have done in sandbox, you will share those information to your quality QA people. Those people first they'll test with their sandbox. They'll test with their sandbox. Even if you are belongs to project, you'll be working in operations team. So operations team will be having one sandbox, and UAT team will be having one sandbox, quality team will be having sandbox. Everyone will be having their own sandbox for their particular project, but production org will be the same for all the people. Okay.
Okay.
So once you have done with with your sandbox, you'll have to share the information to your quality team people. Once they are okay with it, then we can do the deployment, called as we have multiple modules. Through chainset we can do it, through Eclipse we can do it, deployment and all. That is a different module. Just for your namesake, and sorry, just for your information, I'm telling this. Through deployment we can do it all these things. So now coming to sandboxes, we have different types of sandboxes. We can see what are they. Developer sandbox and developer pro sandbox, partial data sandbox, full sandbox. Every sandbox will be having their own benefits and depends on their project. So coming to developer sandbox, first thing, uh, just give me a minute, guys. So coming to developer sandbox, it copy of configuration from the production environment. That means whichever it is there in production arc, whichever is there in production arc, everything will be there in our sandbox also. It won't copy real-time data. So whichever you are doing in sandbox, that won't be impact on real-time data. We can test the configuration changes with sample data. So for example, now we have created one object here. So in this is the real-time data. I mean, this is a production arc. In case if you want to make it in sandbox, first in sandbox we can check it either it is creating or not. So we'll see location, registered, and state. Yes. So it got saved. It is working fine. So like this, we can check it in the sandbox. Once it is working, we can move to production arc. Sample data limit is 200 MB for this sandbox. Up to 200 MB data, we can work on it. Refresh time interval is only 1 day. In case if you have done one work in sandbox, developer sandbox, and you have done on Friday, and if you come back on Monday, it won't be available again. You'll have to do it. So depends on the sandbox, it will be there. If we refresh all sandbox content, if we refresh all the sandbox contents will be replaced with production contents. So as I said, you worked on Friday for one coding part in your production arc, that too in developer sandbox, and you came back on Monday, and that won't be visible, because refresh interval will be only 1 day. Whichever production arc is available, same thing will be available in sandbox again after 1 day. So in case if you want to do it, you'll have to do it within 24 hours. Coming to developer pro sandbox.
Sorry, sir. What do you mean by like every time we have to refresh it, data will be stay there on?
No,
I
no, no.
didn't get it. Can you?
Every time we need not to refresh, automatically it will get refreshed within 24 hours.
Okay.
So that is the drawback of developer sandbox. Developer
Okay.
sandbox, when we'll be getting it in the sense, in case you have less occupancy with your work, if there are 10 members developers in your arc, so everyone will be having their own responsibilities, and coming to you, compare with others, you'll be having less opportunity, I mean less job to do that. So that time they'll be giving this kind of sandbox.
Okay.
So interval will be only 1 day for this, and data limit will be only 200 MB. And I'll share all this mail
Okay.
content to you through mail. No issues. Okay.
Okay.
And coming to developer pro sandbox, it is also copy configuration from the production environment. No real-time data. Sample data limit will be 1 GB. So here we'll be having only 200 MB, and here limit will be 1 GB will be having. And refresh interval time will be 1 day for the same. Developer sandbox and developer pro sandbox. Only sample data limit will be difference here. And coming to partial sandbox, copy configuration from the production environment. This is the same for all the sandbox, and copy certain amount of real-time data. That means some kind of data we can do it real-time data in partial sandbox. Real-time data limit will be 5 GB. See here. Here we have only 1 GB memory, and here 5 GB we have. And for each table, it can copy maximum 10,000 records. That means here we have object, and we have created three records. These three we can call these things as records. Okay. So in this maximum, I mean in partial data sandbox, maximum per one object we can create 10,000 records. Okay, and
And
refresh.
how about the earlier one?
I'm sorry.
The earlier one, how like developer pro and developer?
Actually, for this also same thing.
In
For
the
every sandbox also maximum limit 10,000 record.
okay.
And here you may get one doubt.
What's
Let
it?
me complete this one first. So
Okay.
developer pro sandbox refresh time will be 1 day, and here also 1 day. Coming to partial data sandbox, 5 interval days. I mean refresh time will be 5 days. Okay. And last one, full sandbox. Maximum you'll be getting full sandbox access if you are if you are into developer role. So that's the reason I said while you are creating while you are creating your username and password for Salesforce, I asked you to give your role will be developer. That's the reason I asked. If you will be having developer role in your organization, then you'll be getting full sandbox access. If you will be getting full sandbox access, same. It is exact replica of production and copy of both configuration and entire real-time data from production. Whichever is available in production, everything will be available in develop full sandbox also. And for this, refresh time will be 29 days. That means approximately 30 days. Got it? Maximum you'll be having full sandbox access only. Entire this information to understand what is sandbox and what could be the memory and all. Okay?
So in real time project,
Yeah.
like what kind, which kind of sandbox?
Maximum you'll be getting full sandbox only.
Sandbox only. Okay.
Yes. Depends on your
Okay.
project.
Okay. And some if something like we deploy in production, okay,
Okay.
and I don't want that in sandbox. So is it possible like we can delete those things, or if we delete over there, is it gonna hammer in production also?
Not getting you. I'm not getting you.
Like I have deployed something, okay, in production,
Okay.
okay,
Okay.
and I have deleted that from sandbox.
Okay.
So,
Once you deploy it to production, if you
uh-huh.
delete something in sandbox, it won't be
Mm-hmm.
impact on production. For example,
Okay.
see here we have done it. Everyone is accepted. Client also okay, and quality people accepted your changes, and
Mm-hmm.
whichever you have done, your tech lead also approved. Once it is approved by all the team members, all the departments, then only you will push some code into production. Once you push to production, if you delete in sandbox also, there is no impact on production.
Okay. Got it.
Got it?
Yeah.
So here my doubt is, in every sandbox maximum they gave 10,000 records per object,
Yeah.
right? For example, there is one object. Okay, take one company name IBM. IBM has we have one object name called as IBM, and we have 50,000 records. We have 50,000 records. So as per sandbox, we have only 10,000 records. If you
Mhm.
make it 10,001 first record, what will be happened? That time, what will be happened is, if you create after completion of 10,000 records in the same object, if you want to create a new record, that time Salesforce may throw an error called as data skew error.
Data skew error.
Data skew error. That time, that means it is indicating us to do our limit is completed per object. So that time, what we can do is, any idea of what we can? Let
We
me show you. For example, now we have okay entire this box. Okay, IBM object. Just think in that way.
then we have to create a new object.
That's what I'm asking. So in IBM object, 10,000 records completed. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but we need to create 50,000. So that time we'll be getting error called as data skew error.
Right.
To avoid that, what we have to do is same thing will create another object and by giving IBM2.
Right. New object.
A new object with same company name uh, to to avoid this kind of data. And if you give IBM1, IBM2, IBM3, IBM4 and IBM5, we can understand there is a data squarer. So to avoid that, we have created like this.
Got it.
Got it?
Yeah.
So now sandbox completed and sandbox information completed, and fields, object, records, we have done it. And another one is applications, how to create applications, we have learned. How to create objects, we have learned. Okay. And I just want to show you one more thing. See here, we have created fields in classic. Can we get all the fields in lightning?
Yes, because we have already extended that in our
Yeah,
light.
exactly. We have created. Let me see either it is available or not. So I clicked on lightning expense. So education trust, I got it. So if you click on it, see all the records coming. If you want to create new one, you'll be getting like this. See here, registered, we gave this data type. Revenue, we made it as a required field, right? So there is a reason, there is a star symbol, small star symbol, you can find this.
Yeah.
Got it? And now my doubt is, here I want to create new field. So educational trust name and location, revenue, registered state, and can I have any other field
Yes, you can have.
like trustee name or some other thing? Can you suggest me which one can we can create?
Location, revenue, registered state. Mm.
Workers count something. Can we have?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we'll make it as number of workers. Okay. So
Okay.
now in Lightning we are going to create a new field. So can you guide me? How can we do that?
I'll just try. If
Okay.
we go to that pencil
No, no, no.
or settings.
Yes, exactly. Click on setup, then click
Mm.
on setup.
Yeah.
Once you click on setup, you'll be getting home and object manager. So here,
Object
click on
manager.
object manager,
Yeah.
and we'll have to decide on which object we need to create field. So on which object we need to create?
That education
Yes.
trust.
Yes, now it's came. If you click on this, left side, you'll be getting all the information.
Present
Yeah.
relationship.
So click on that, click on new.
Yeah.
You'll be getting that page. I mean data type page.
Yeah.
So can we have workers count or contact number?
Contact number
Okay, we'll make this a number and
or
click on
maybe email
this.
ID, whatever.
Yeah, okay, we'll go with the mail ID. Email. I'm not giving as a required field.
So we can click on do not duplicate values.
I'm not getting you.
No, nothing.
Okay. So now we have done it. Now let me check either it is available or not. No. Just give refresh. See here, it is coming.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yep.
So now you know everything how to create fields, how to create objects, how to create records. Okay. And another module which I'm going to learn is called as relationships. Relationships in the sense we can find out what is the relationship having between two objects? Two objects in the sense, for example, see here, there is a student name and teacher name. So, what is the relationship between Gandhi and Suresh? How can we find out?
Gandhi is a teacher name and
Yes, Gandhi
Suresh
is
is a
teacher
student.
name and Suresh is a student. And
Yeah,
so, if you click on Suresh, how can we find out who is the teacher of us, this student? We don't find, right?
right.
And same way, uh, there is another teacher, Tom. So, for example, okay, let me go in this way also. If you see this form, how can you find out each teacher how many students we have?
We have to do filter.
We have to do filter and we have to select one teacher and then we can find, right? So
Yeah.
there is three people under this teacher name. So while we can go with a filter option in Excel, but how can we do it in Salesforce in the sense to identify what are the relationships having between those objects? To identify those things, we'll have few relationships.
Okay.
Okay, and so here one more thing I'll show. Okay, and these names will be easily understand. So that is why I'm using these names.
Yeah.
Okay, so here my worry is I don't want to see first name and last name. I want to see full name. Okay, so that time full name. I'm using this option and that's it. By using one formula, I have applied it. By using this formula,
Yeah.
I'm giving I'm pasting this one. Okay, so same way, if you see this, we can understand there is a bonding. There is a formula related to these two fields, right?
Right.
So same way in Salesforce, if you want to make it any relationship, we have few options called as relationships. Those relationships, we have different types of relationships. They are lookup relationship and master detail relationship, many to many relationship, hierarchical relationship, and self relationship. But in coming to real time scenarios, max to max, you'll be having only these three.
Okay.
There will be an interview question as well. How many relationships are there in Salesforce? If you tell these five, then interviewer can think that you know something knowledge about Salesforce. If you tell only these three, they can identify that you'll be having normal knowledge. That's it.
Okay.
Okay, we can see how to work on all these relationships. So to work on these relationships, we need more objects.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now what we can do is I'm giving a few works to you. So to create few objects. So before that, I will create a few objects and next for each relationship, I'll be having we need to we need to create two objects. So first for lookup, I'll create two objects and next master detail, you need to create two more objects. Okay.
Okay.
So now,
Okay.
can we have your suggestions? Which kind of objects we can create?
Uh,
We'll go with in easy way for practicing. While you are doing practice, you can create a few more objects. So easy thing is, see here, student and teacher.
Yeah.
Okay. So now tell me how to create student object. Here we have educational trust. Okay. Only one object we have.
Yeah.
How can I create one more object? Can you please guide me?
Oh yeah, go to setup,
Exactly. Setup.
object manager. Oh
Object
no, no,
manager.
no. You have to find na new. We have to create a new one,
Oh, no,
right?
no. Your observation is
Right.
perfect. So click on
Okay.
Object Manager,
Then
and here,
education.
see here, create.
Yeah.
Okay, we are doing it in Lightning, not in Classic.
Oh
We
yeah.
can do it in Lightning or Classic also, no issues. Okay,
Okay.
so
Custom
click
object.
on what is the custom. What is the difference between custom object and standard object?
So custom object we can create as per like
No, no, no.
we can
Whichever we
customize
are getting it automatically from Salesforce side, those things we can call as standard objects.
standard object.
See
Yeah.
here,
Custom object
account,
as per.
activity, all these things. I said
Hmm.
it's already prepared. See here, type standard object. From Salesforce,
Yeah.
automatically we are getting it. But in same way, if you go to educational trust, give me a minute. See here, educational trust. It is showing custom object.
Custom object.
Got it?
Yeah.
So now I'm going to create new one. So I'm creating new one called as
Student record.
student one, because I already had a student object. So
Okay.
here record name, it is asking student name. So instead of that, what I'll do is record number I'm giving.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, record number. Okay, student name itself we can give. Okay, record number. So while I'm giving record number here, I'm giving auto number. Once you give auto number, I can go with this one, string number 01. Okay, and I am not touching any features here. I'm just clicking on launch new custom wizard. Click on
Mm.
save. Student one object created. So tab, that's your wish. You can select anything. That's it. So now student object has been created. So now I'm going to classic version. Now we can check either student object created or not. See here, student one created. Okay. If you click on new one, there is no auto number. Okay.
Right.
So now I need student name. So what we can do is student name and language marks. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So student name will be text, language will be text, marks will be in number.
Percentage.
Uh, yeah,
No number.
that's your wish. We can make it percentage. Okay. So first thing, text, length we can give 20. I'm not giving required field here. I'm just going with just a normal way. Save and new I give. Student name completed. Next language. Language, sorry, subject we can take it. Okay, text format, subject, and percentage. Where can we can see percentage here?
After name, number, sorry.
Okay. So marks maximum 100, three digits will come, right? So 99 will take it.
Yes.
Save. So now just go to student. If you click on this, student name, object, marks, we are getting it. Okay, now I'm creating the records now. Student name, subject, English, marks 95%. And I'm saving. See here, I just updated student name, object, sorry, subject and marks. Record number, we gave auto number. So that is the reason it is coming 8001. Got it?
Got it.
While we are creating object itself, wantedly I have changed it. So this one, it won't display while you are creating the record. Once you saved, then it will be displayed.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
So I'll create a few more few more names. 1 minute. Mm,
Do we need to give percentage sign? It won't come automatically.
Automatically, it won't come, I believe. 1 minute. No, it automatically will come. Let me show you. Okay. Okay. So see here, at marks percentage, I haven't touched percentage. Automatically, it is coming. Okay. So we have
Okay.
8 records now, and can we to create lookup relations? We need to have two objects. Now we are going to create a relationship between student and teacher, right? So now I need one more object. So how to create one more object called as teacher?
Same way, go to the setup
Setup.
and
Okay, setup and
can we not click on plus sign and directly create the object?
no. If you click on plus symbol, you won't be having option to create new one. You'll be getting
Okay.
remaining objects. See here, like this, you'll
Okay.
be getting it.
Okay.
So as usual, we'll go to create and objects, new object, and I'm going to create teacher one. Teacher name I'm giving and launch new object. Save. Got it? So now I'm going to create new field in on teacher object. Teacher object in the sense, we have one name or one field called as teacher name, and now we are going to create another field called as subject. So I'm just clicking on a new one, click on text and subject. Why I'm doing wantedly on class, I can create automatically before class itself, I can teach you. But if you see many times like this, navigation will be easy for you, so that is why I'm showing
Right.
it. Okay, so now we have saved, everything is done. Coming to teacher, if you click on teacher object, see teacher one name and subject is coming. So teacher name we can create Tom English, Harry Maths, Chris Chemistry, Works Physics. Okay, so now we have four teachers and we have eight students. Okay, so I'll create two more names. Okay, so now we are going to create one relationship between student and teacher. Okay, my only doubt is on which object we need to create relationship. So here we have two fields, first name and last name, and here and we have created new one, and there I have created this formula. So in these two objects where I need to create relationship, in the sense that we'll have to decide. I'll give you one small tip.
So
See,
teacher and subject.
yeah, teacher and student, not teacher and subject. Teacher and student, we need to give relationship. Now we
Okay.
can see how to create relationship. See, in take one classroom. In that, how many teachers will be there? How many students will be there?
Okay, but teacher will be allocated by subject, right? Not by student.
Oh no no. Let me make it in clear way. Just give me answer for this question. In one class, how many teachers will be there? How many students will be there? So
One
one teacher
teacher.
will be there. More than teacher count, students will be there, right?
Right.
So that means teacher will be parent, student will be child. So
Okay.
now go to student object and here click on this and go to create new field. Here you can find lookup relationship. So on click on student object there, click on lookup relationship, click on next. Then it will ask you to related which object. Obviously you can give teacher one object. Field name same. Child relationship to student one. Click on next. Click on next. Click on next. Save. So now if you go to student object, see just click on one record. Can you identify here?
Yeah.
We haven't make any field called as teacher here. Just simply we have made one relationship between these two. So that's the reason automatically it's coming.
Okay.
So now you can maths teacher. Who is the maths teacher here? Physics Oaks, Harry maths teacher. So here, so maths. If you identify this search symbol, then you can understand there is a relationship. Got it?
Hmm.
So just click on Harry, save, and record number three, maths again. Just click on Harry and save. 7, subject chemistry. Who is the chemistry teacher here? Oaks, I believe. No,
Okay,
Chris. Okay.
Chris.
So 7, edit. Just click on Chris, save.
So if I delete any student,
Yes, yes. We'll have that feature as well. Chemistry. Chris, right? Chris or Harry?
what? Chemistry Chris.
Chemistry. Yeah. Chemistry. Chris. 9. Maths again. Harry. 4. Physics. Oops. Okay. So now, if you go to teacher again directly, if you click on works, you can see here how many students are there for works. Only one.
One.
And same way, if you click on Chris, we can identify two. And if you
Mm-hmm.
click on Harry, you can find three. If you click on Tom, no, as of now. Okay. So now we are going
Okay.
to create new one. Can I have any name?
Uh, Kishore.
Okay. Subject.
History. History.
Okay. For history, we don't have a teacher. Okay. Make it as chemistry. Mark
Okay, if
71.
we don't have any teacher, then
Then again, we'll have to do it
we have
one
to
more thing.
create a teacher,
Yeah,
right?
yes.
Okay.
Can I have teacher name here?
Priya.
Okay, Priya and history. Okay,
Mm.
save. Now click on new one, Kishore. Subject is history. Marks 9. And if you click on search, Priya will come automatically because just now we have created, right?
Yeah. So, is there any way if I put some name and if I put history, okay,
Okay.
and the teacher will select automatically?
Yeah, there is a logic behind that. See, 1 minute. For that, we need to have more practice. That is the reason I'm not showing this. But for your name, for your namesake, I'll show it once again. See, if you click on here, there is a formula field.
Okay.
Okay, uh, we'll create a formula field like if this field will be history, if this field will be history, teacher name has to come automatically with this name. Like that, we can create.
Can you show one example if you don't mind,
Yeah,
sir?
1 minute. So for that, we need to have more fields. Okay, let me show it in this way. Just click on formula. So it is asking field label. So field label we can make it as subject. Next, So formula field, just click on next. See here, text, just click on text and subject. Here in selected type, record number we can give, student name we can give, subject I'm giving. If subject equal to, shit, 1 minute, we came back. So field label we can give subject, and field name I'm giving subject one, and field type is text. And see here, full name equal to so and so. It is asking. It's showing there. So here insert the field student and subject equal to. Formula result is data type boolean yes or no. 1 minute. See here equal. In this first subject name we need to select and operator equal to, and next. Field subject does not exist. So here each and every function we need to have a few methods. So once you know, we can create all these things. So now we don't have that much of time, but we need to discuss every data type here. So whichever is available here. 1 minute. So all these data types we'll discuss in that. While we are discussing about formula, I'll show this one. Okay. And now in lookup relationship, I just want to tell you one thing. If you click on Tria, here we can see record number, right? So coming to lookup relationship, if you delete parent record, child record will be deleted or not.
Yes. Can you repeat, sir?
No, in lookup relationship, we have created a relationship between student teacher, right? Now, if I
Yes.
remove any record in parent object or teacher object, will it be deleted in some other object? For
Yes,
example, now if I click on Priya, there is a teacher record 0012, right?
because it's a parent record, then it will be definitely affected child record, right?
Okay, that's what I'm saying. See, now parent record I'm deleting it. Child record will be 0012. Now we can see 0012 is deleted or not. 0012 is there. Got it? For history
Teacher
subject,
will be deleted, right?
yes, in teacher, there is no teacher name called as Priya. Priya we have deleted,
Okay.
but still when parent record is deleted, still child record is available here.
Okay.
Okay, we'll discuss in next class why it is happening. Okay, so now my request is so to I have created teacher one and student one, right? So now
Yeah.
we can create a few more objects like employees and company. Coming to employee, you can create
Yeah.
employee name, experience, and salary, and name, experience, salary, and mail ID, country. Okay. Coming to company, you can give company name, location, and revenue of company, and yeah, this is enough. Coming to employees, you can create a technology as well.
Okay.
Okay, just create all these things. We can discuss tomorrow. What is the lookup relationship and what is master data relationship and what is MDR. And once after completion of all these things, we can go with formula field as well. In formula field, actually, I'll not discuss this time. We'll be having one more module called as triggers and few more values will be there. So that time we will discuss all these things.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So any doubts today as of now?
Not really. Actually, Ram sir, I have already done admin and advanced admin certification,
Okay.
but that's just a certification I have done it, okay? Because
Okay.
I have not done, so I am looking for more how, live project knowledge, like what exactly do on actual job or work.
Okay.
So that kind of,
So
training.
then
And will you
I'll
be
come up
able
with
to?
a few more project works for you, no issues,
Yeah, yeah.
with more
Because
user
right now
cases.
I am studying over here. My course will finish by September. So from August end, I have to start hunting jobs. So before that, I have to get ready for, interview preparation and all those things.
Yeah, I can provide interview questionnaire and interview pattern and which kind of questionnaire you'll be getting as a fresher and as experience. Everything I can share to you, no issues. But only
Okay,
thing
that
is,
sounds good.
I need to find out user cases for you as you already
Yeah.
done advanced level admin part.
Yeah, but actually, I don't have real job experience like that. I have done for the certification.
Yeah, that's the reason I'm
Like I have
saying.
worked on Salesforce, but not really exactly. That was only for 2, 3 months, maybe you can say that.
I'm sorry.
So I have